Bunny trapped. I am part of two collaborations. One is with Grandma Sandy, Garden Tour Saturday, and one is with Janita from Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden, hashtag Let's Share Our Plant Success or Disaster Stories. I'm starting this tour out in a path that I used to use to access the raised bed garden area, but it is getting closed in by the roses and the rhododendrons here. So I'm gonna duck down and get through. I am in the middle of planting tomatoes still, but I do have, in this bed here, I have 6 tomato plants. This is a 4x4. And I also have these peas coming up here, going up the trellis. We have a bloom. And this is the red cherries. So this is an indeterminate, and my plan is for it to climb up the trellis. But I don't think this will start growing until these are ready to come down. So that's what I'm hoping for. Time will tell. The peas are doing good. So I have red cherries on both sides there. In this bed, I have the artichokes. Let me see. Let's take a look. Here's one. It's still small. I know that looked big for a second there. It's small. It's gonna get bigger. And there is another one here coming up. Anyway, there's about, oh yep, here it is. So there's 3 right now, but more is coming. Because look, there's one underneath that big one. The bigger one, I should say. Then I have some that I started from seed in here. And it looks like it's getting eaten a little bit. Another one here that got a little bit bigger. And another one there. Okay, now these coming up here are cosmos from last year. I had a lot of cosmos in this area. But these 2 tomato plants are tomatillas. Oh, and look. That is a bad bug. So I have 2 of those because that's what you need, at least 2 in order to get any fruit. But then over here in these grow bags, I have 2 more. A different variety. You can tell it's a different variety of tomatillos because of the leaf shape compared to this one. Okay, and then the other 2 4x4s. This one here, I have 6 tomato plants, and then I have bush beans coming up the side, and basil. And over here, I have 5 tomato plants because I have an echinacea taking up a large space here, and of course the irises, the Dutch irises, called Sapphire Beauties. And then I have bush beans on the side, and also a basil. And then these peas really are not doing much, and they were chewed down a bit by the bugs, by the little bugs. Okay, over here is a row of Romas, and then down here is going to be a row of the San Marzanos. These are the tomato plants that I have to get into the ground somehow. And here is the strawberries. Look at that. I'm gonna have to cover those soon. Oh, it's a stick, okay. But in the middle is a borage, and then onions. I had all these little extra onion seeds around, so I just poked them in the ground. I heard they're good companions for the strawberries. So these are doing really good. More tomato plants to put in. And let's check out the veggie garden in the backyard. Okay, so that is the east side of the house. Now this is the backyard, which is the south side of the house. The oval garden is really filling out nicely. And I do have these beautiful irises blooming that have been here for years. They're getting quite big and spreading. So I'm gonna have to divide those soon, because you can see they are taking over a little more than half of this oval garden. And I heard that they stop blooming when they get too crowded, but I have never experienced that. Okay, so this is the in-ground garden here. Just want to give you a better view of it. Oh, and there's my peppers that stayed out all night for the first time. And they are going to be going in all the black bags back there. On these two trellises here that you see in the front of the garden is going to have cucumbers going up them. So on the right side is going to be the pickling cucumbers, in the middle the Market Moore's basic cucumbers, and on the left the silver slicers, the yellow cucumbers. You can see the seedlings are coming up. I also have them growing in the greenhouse in case these didn't come up, or in case the little critters get them. But they seem to be doing okay. And then this here looks similar to a cucumber, but this is zucchini. So we'll see how they do. Okay, so because of my shadow, I'm actually going to go in the other direction. I'm gonna go through here. Okay, much better. So this is the elephant garlic, doing beautifully, but look at this. This is chokeweed. Actually, they're morning glories, aka chokeweed, coming up everywhere. This year, they're really aggressive. I have to keep an eye on those. But the garlic's doing beautifully. That's the elephant garlic, and then right next to it is some music garlic. Getting nice and tall. Normally I don't see scapes until the end of June, like the third week of June. But I feel like everything's a little earlier this year. We'll see. And I also have some music garlic here. That's what all this tall reed looking things are next to the lettuce. Doing beautifully. Okay, we have mustard growing in the back. Large mustard. There we go, like that one there. And then beets alongside that. Let's walk around and check the beets out. Cancel the zoom here. So here are the beets. I hope I get beets. I never get beets, but I keep trying. And then lettuce in this row, but it looks like I'm gonna have to put some more seeds in there. Looks like something didn't come up. And then on the other side of the mustard greens are pole beans. Some of them got eaten, some of them are doing great. Variety of colors. And on the other side also are the peas that you can see the blooms starting on. This is an eggplant that really has a lot of pest pressure. Not sure how that's gonna do. And carrots. So all the spots where you see carrots are not growing, I had poked some more seeds in. Okay, so we have some cabbage, some red cabbage, the onions that the rabbits nibbled on. Doing okay, I guess. Spinach is bolting, and the broccoli rabe is bolting too. Let's see if I can hop over there. Beautiful flowers, but has bolted. And the kale is doing good. Got to harvest some more and get that in the freezer for future use. I have a cabbage here, a red cabbage. kale, broccoli rabe that flowered. And at the end of this row is the climbing zucchini. Look at that. It's a climbing zucchini. We'll see how that does. And over here is your basic zucchini. I forget what brand I have there. And then here I have some herbs and things that I have to plant in the herb garden over here. Again, here are the peas. There's a lot of blooms, and it's really just like a pea forest in here. Probably put too much in there. The lemon balm mandarina, so good. Gotta harvest that. But loving the flowers on this comfrey. So the comfrey's doing great. I haven't seen not one white moth or butterfly yet that lays the caterpillars on here that really destroys the comfrey plant. But lucky me and lucky comfrey. But look how beautiful these little bells are. I'm gonna have to, take some of these leaves down. I'm going to soak them in water and make some homemade fertilizer with those. And look at the chives. I'll be making some chive blossom vinegar soon. I hope to record that. And this is the herb garden. Doing pretty good. And the duck garden, getting wild. Peonies are blooming. And this year, the foxgloves are coming back, so they're biannual. Look at this. So are they good bugs? Bad bugs. I'm gonna have to spray the garden with soapy water. And these are beautiful. This is a bulb of some kind, spring bulb. This is a vine. Ooh, ladybugs. Those are good bugs. So you guys know I have many successes for sure, but I wanted to show you guys what I did with the heuchera that was in the container garden. It was in the container that I purchased it in for a long time, and it kept drying out really fast, and I had to keep watering it, bring it back to life, the poor thing. But I finally potted it in the pot that I was resting it on, and there it is there. And I think it matches that pot beautifully. So that is a success, because now it's going to get watered as well as all these other plants around it, and it won't be ignored so much, and it's got its forever home, hopefully. I just really like the way it looks in that pot. I feel like it matches the bottom part of it. So that is my success story, Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. Hashtag let's share our plant success and disaster stories. And this is the end of Garden Tour Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thank you so much for coming back and visiting. And I'll end this video on the Baptisia that's blooming. I think it needs a little water, but it's a beautiful plant. Thank you and have a great weekend.